today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now this will make it into the end zone. They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his 3rd year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The Cleveland ball carrier. Xavier Woods on the tackle.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So a glance here at the key inactives. There's other reasons, but this list, one of the reasons they've been struggling some this year.
And one that they won't. Make excuses with, but everyone knows that this is the key reason. Without these players, it's made it very difficult for them this season. They've battled, they've scrapped, but without those guys, hard to win games. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. They are led out by their 27-year-old quarterback, a 2-time Pro Bowler. It's Dak Prescott.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go, 46.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And incomplete.
Prescott's pass.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 36-yard line.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd.
They'll throw again. Prescott. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago. That if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
2nd and goal.
The numbers for Zeke from left, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
And this carries into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
1st and 10. At their own.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Browns.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Kadarrell Hodge has it complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by Jalen Smith. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
on 2nd and a couple. Mayfield looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First down, Browns.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler, had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year, and he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
2nd and goal.
There's Jarvis Landry with the nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Number 81.
Austin Hooper. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Chef. Big edge. We're going to 54. Wide.
This is Elliott.
Come on, run.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here I come again. No. Off.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
For a Cowboy.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
Brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott. And he stopped immediately there.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Tackle. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Cowboys.
And quickly, they get to the line.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dak Prescott.
Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
9-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On the coverage.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points?
And break this tie.
at the 25-yard line.
From the 25 on second down, Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now.
And 5 yards to go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
This is taken at the 15. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Back at the 19-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott being chased out left. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Kill.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Right at midfield. 4 yards on the pickup. Second down.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. First down, Mayfield. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, It could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
2nd and 6.
57.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Gain on the play.
Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver in the area.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made, no grounding. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards there, a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break. We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Single receiver, hey, go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Single.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. 3 yards remain for second down.
Second and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now DiNucci. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Dalton.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 13, 45 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
20. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Junior.
He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Dallas, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4.